Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm delighted to attend the 4th Indian Ocean Conference and exchange views on relevant topics with all of you. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the Indian Foundation for the invitation and the warm reception and hospitality extended to my delegation by the organizers, including the whole country, the government of Maldives. I myself have been working in several countries in the Horn of Africa, on the west coast of the Indian Ocean, for about 16 years since mid-1990s. During my deployments, I worked and communicated with diligent and friendly local people, witnessed the economic and social development and changes of the region, and traveled to some countries, islands, countries, nations, and enjoy the splendid scenery and blue seawater of the region as well. As we gather together today and enjoy the natural beauty of Maldives, good memories are recalled in my mind and provide me new energy. China has 18,000 kilometers of continental coastline and vast jurisdictional waters. The Chinese government decided to build China into a strong maritime country. While pursuing this goal of building a strong maritime country, China upholds 4 principles. China advocates peaceful development, cooperative development, and open development, and win-win development. Second, China calls for properly settlement of maritime disputes through friendly dialogue, consultation, and negotiation. Third, China is committed to maritime cooperation and rules. And fourth, China firmly upholds the unobstructed passage and security of the international shipping lanes. China is not a territorial state of the Indian Ocean, but China has crucial concerns and interests over the peace and security of the Indian Ocean region. We can talk on this from 4 dimensions. First, China shares long borderlines in the southwest part of its territory with Indian Ocean littoral states and hinterland states. Second, China has traditional relations and links and exchanges with the region countries. Historically and culturally, China and Indian Ocean littoral states have been in communication for a long period of time. More than 2,000 years ago, the courageous navigation pioneers from China and Indian Ocean region explored and opened up several routes of trade and culture exchanges that line the major civilizations of Asia, Europe, and Africa, collectively called the Maritime Sea Road by later generations, which promote the communication and prosperity among different civilizations, especially and greatly the mutual understanding of the civilizations between China and the countries of the Indian Ocean region. It also plants deeply the gene of openness, inclusiveness, harmony, and coexistence in the hearts of Chinese people and people in this region. Second, the third, this Indian Ocean is an important trade lane for China. In the context of globalization, ocean has become an important link among states and a pivot of economic globalization and trade liberalization. Now, in 2018, China's total volume of import-export of goods amounted to 2.623 trillion of US dollars, increasing by 9.7%, which is the highest in history. As statistics show, over 80% of China's external trade relies on maritime routes, and among those, over 40% is transported via Indian Ocean. About 5,000 large-scale commercial ships departing from or destined to China via Indian Ocean lanes yearly. The Indian Ocean shipping lanes have become a maritime lifeline for China. The fourth one, the Belt and Road Initiative has a very close and important link with countries in this region. As a major space international watercourse, the Indian Ocean contains huge resources and bears geopolitical significance, which plays a more and more important role in the development and security of the littoral states. Meanwhile, non-traditional challenges and risks do exist in the region. Piracy was once rampant in the Gulf of Aden and along Somali coastline since 2005. And fishing vessels and commercial ships were hijacked frequently. In December 2008, authorized by the United Nations Security Council's resolutions and permitted by the government of Somalia, China dispatched Navy escort fleet conducting ship escort and counter-piracy mission. So far, China has dispatched 33 Navy escort fleet and more than 6,600 ships have been escorted safely in total. Half of those escorted ships are foreign ones or ships chartered by the World Food Program. The Chinese Navy escort fleet not only protected ships and crew members from pirate attacks, securing the safety and security of international navigation routes, but also secure the humanitarian goods shipping to relevant countries. Now, I think piracy in that area is contained greatly, but not yet defeated. So China will continue to participate actively in the missions of combating piracy and armed robbery in the concerned ocean areas, and to make more contribution to the maintenance of maritime navigation security. Now let me go to the terrorism problem. And terrorism is the common enemy of the mankind. China itself is a victim of terrorism. I don't want to talk in detail deep in this. I myself also experienced this attack. Now, I was the Chinese ambassador to Somalia from 2014 to 2017. When I was there, the hotel where my embassy was located was attacked by the Al-Shabaab in Somalia, and one of my bodyguards was killed, and 4 other small members were injured. Luckily, I am still alive here and make chance with you today. So I think China's position on this, I think, is very, 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 very clear. And China firmly fight against terrorism. And China participates in international mechanism for fighting against the terrorism. And China will enhance cooperation with the regional mechanism in fighting against terrorism. Then the Indian Ocean has fostered one of the world's ancient civilizations. Harmony and openness, inclusiveness and tolerance is the traditional spirit of the region. The Indian Prime Minister, His Excellency Mr. Narendra Modi, was mentioned in the 17th Shangri-La Dialogue in 2018 last year. That is says that Indian Pacific is a geographical area instead of the strategy. The Indian Indo-Pacific region should be built into a free, opening, and inclusive region, promoting co-progressiveness and prosperity. China highly appreciates these thoughts and wisdom, and we do believe that the prosperous development of the Indian Ocean region is inseparable from the idea of harmony, openness, and inclusiveness. And China proposes the justified and reasonable, harmonious, and ordered opening up of the Indian Ocean, promoting the overall participation of regional states based on the negotiation and consensus and contributing to the security and stability of the Indian Ocean region. Putting forward by Chinese President His Excellency Mr. Xi Jinping in 2013, the Belt and Road Initiative, which means the Silk Road Economic Belt and the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road, provides a vast platform for cooperation with all countries around the world, based on the principles of extensive consultation, joint contribution, and shared benefits. The initiative vitalizes the historical sign of ancient Silk Road and bears the wishes of development of states along the road and the world at large. And it has gained positive responses and support from more than 160 countries, regional organizations, and international organizations, with meaningful results of practical cooperation on the ground. The Indian Ocean region is a junction and fruitful place of the Belt and Road Initiative. The China-Maldives Friendship Bridge, the 750 kilometers long Djibouti-Addis Ababa railway is connecting Djibouti and Ethiopia together. The 500-kilometer long Mombasa-Nairobi railway in Kenya, and among many other projects built with the participation of China around the Indian Ocean region, are results of pragmatic cooperation within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative. All these facilitate greatly to the connectivity of infrastructure, goods, and people in the region. The Belt and Road Initiative is originated in China, while the opportunities and achievements belong to the world. China is willing to jointly further build the initiative with countries in the Indian Ocean region with more efficiency and higher quality. The fourth Indian Ocean Conference theme on securing the Indian Ocean region, traditional and non-traditional challenges, focusing on issues of maritime ecology, terrorism, and navigational security. All these three topics are very important for the sustainable development of the Indian Ocean region. China hopes to build a peaceful, opening, cooperating, inclusive, prosperous, and sustainable Indian Ocean region with joint efforts, and China is ready to strengthen cooperation with the regional countries in the above-mentioned fields through bilateral and multilateral mechanisms for win-win result, common development, and a community of shared future. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.